Hey world, it is Sheila, and today's topic is my animals. Um, and not my farm animals, but my OPS animals. So I know most people in the typing community know about objective personality from Dave and Shan, and so I follow their system. And my animal lineup, I talked a little bit about it when my interview with Laura, but I was going to go just a little deeper in what my stacking is and how it manifests in my day. So I start out with consume first, and it is double activated. And what that means for me is I spend the majority of my day consuming info, and consuming it for myself just nonstop. And I try to lay off it, I really do, or I try to multitask when I'm consuming, trying to get some other stuff done. But I could literally sit on the couch all day in my consume mode, taking in information, YouTube videos, reading, articles, shows, just consuming music, all of it, anything. Other people, I just want to consume them. And I think that's why I love YouTube so much, watching all these other YouTubers, because yes, I love stories and reading, but I love real life too. And I love listening to people's experiences and their thoughts and their feelings, and just watching them in reality, even though it's a screen, there's still that human there. And seeing it in real time versus reading stories. And I love that too, because then you can try to imagine what that person in the story looks like. And but I spend a lot of my day consuming all the info, and that can put a damper on other things in my life, getting things done. That's why I try to multitask. If I'm listening to an audiobook, I'll put my headphones on so I can walk around the house and do the cleaning and the dishes and the laundry that life throws at you. And so then I don't feel like a complete loser consuming all the time, because when your animal, whatever animal you have first, you feel like obligated to do it. It's like you feel responsible for doing it. And consuming, my FI and consume, it's like a double consume, and my FI is masculine, so it's like a triple whammy. It's like I want to consume what I want, and yeah. And then play is second for me. And so the typical ISFP in Myers-Briggs land is consume, sleep. Usually their first two animals, that tends to be the typical one. So I'm one notch up from a little more extroverted. Even though I'm a very introverted person, I always felt like, I'm like right on the cusp. I've always felt, am I an extrovert? Because I love interacting with people, and I get stimulated when I'm around people. I'm like, ooh, but I can only do it for like a small time. Like after spending a day with a group of people, I'm like, okay, I need to go home and like detox and just be by myself. And so I definitely, even though my play's second, I'm not the like somebody who might have play first or something. And so play also for me, I love being around other people, and when I am around other people, I'm like cranked up a few degrees, I'm like, ooh, and I'm just that kind of like play for me is very playful. I love to laugh and tease and be silly and goofy and quirky, and all of a sudden I might just do this little jig in a room of like serious people to get like a laugh out of them, or to just I love being a little playful kid. I guess I'm not the typical grown up all serious. I mean, too serious of people. I'm like, ooh. Have fun, let's play, let's joke, let's get silly, let's I mean, like on the way to the car sometimes out of the grocery store, I'm like, to my daughter who's 13, I'm like, I'll race ya, and we'll just run through the park, which probably isn't a good thing. I mean, we watch for cars backing up, but yeah, or and I'm super competitive too, so it's like at the stairs at the mall or something, we'll start walking. I'm like, race to the top, and I'll run up, and I'm not the typical mom, and that's especially pushing 50. I love to just be a kid and play, and I'm thinking that's my SE, and my SE is play, and so I'm very playful person, just goofy. I'm very goofy, and I love being around goofy people and playful people and silly people, and I just don't take life seriously, hardly ever. So I love play. I think of all my functions, play is probably my favorite. Yeah, I just love playing. I love playing in every sense of play, playing in the mud, playing in the rain, in a rainstorm. I'll go outside in my bare feet and jump in puddles and get muddy, and I love it. It's got to be the SE. I just that experience and the play for me too. Like, I don't want people walking away from me not having a good experience too. I'm always like, want to make them laugh. I want them to enjoy their time with me. I just want to give them a good experience. I always put my best face, my best foot, the best Sheila forward, because I just want people to have a good experience of me, and it's got to be that SE. Okay, so then now sleep. Sleep is my third animal, and that's my hobby. They call it the hobby animal, where we enjoy doing it. We like doing it. It's fun too. And so sleep is processing information. It's kind of like taking time reflecting on things that happened to you, processing information that you've have taken in for the day, or an experience that you've taken in, and just kind of like analyzing it and going over it and pondering it, and yeah, just that inner what's the word, like, just pondering and processing it. So I do it often when I'm not consuming and I'm not playing. That's kind of when I'm sleeping, or sometimes when I'm consuming, I'll quick go to the sleep processing and like, oh, what's that? And then you just think about it for a minute, and then go back to the consuming and then think about it. So they go really hand in hand quite easily. So I'll take in that new information and I'll ponder, but I don't sit long in my sleep. Like, I'll analyze something or think about something, and then I'm like, okay, that's enough. I don't want to be there too long. I'll get bored if I'm in that sleeping too long. I'm like, okay, I need some more information to stimulate me. I need to go play with somebody to stimulate me. So yeah, the sleep, because it's a hobby and it's third, I don't sit there long, even though I might go there a lot. But yeah, it's just like little bits and pieces. It's kind of like, small meals throughout the day that a little snack, a little NI snack. And fourth, my last one is blast. And blasting is coming out to the tribe and sharing and teaching your known information. And that's my least favorite, my least polished, the one that I'm the worst at. So that's why I kind of started these YouTube videos, was to practice my blast, coming out and talking about stuff I know, about experiences I know. And with my TE being the blast last, that's extra hard because TE also is like coming out and what works and teaching and the external thinking. And externally thinking for me is hard. I will use my play and my blasting, and I think that's when I'm like coming out to the tribe and like, ooh, did that work for you guys? What do you think about this? And my play will come out more so over my blast with the TE, because I'm like, well, does that work for you guys? Tell me, what do you think about this? Or so when I need to know that my blast, that TE comes out more play than blast. So last year though, I was asked to teach 9 to 12-year-olds a group setting once a week in English grammar. And I had gone through this course with my daughter for like 3 years. So English grammar, I'm pretty darn good at. Writing, I mean, I still speak like, I'm not all proper speaking, but writing, I know all the basic English grammars and dissecting sentences and what a verb is and nouns and pronoun. I mean, I know all that really well. So to come out and teach it, I felt confident in doing so, but it still scared the crap out of me getting up in front of these kids and their parents, because the parents were in the room. I think if it was just the kids, I'd feel a little more at ease, because teaching 9 to 12-year-olds is easier than teaching adults, because at least for me, I'm kind of like, ooh, they're judging me a little bit more. That IP is like, what are they thinking about me? What are they thinking and going to say? But I think for me to know that information really well, I can come out and blast a little bit better. And the night before I taught the class, I was just butterflies and anxiety and stress. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. And then every morning I'd get there and I'd do it, and I did a good job. I enjoyed doing it. And after the 2-hour class, I was like, ooh, I feel really good, and that was great. And so I think when we do things that we're kind of scared of and they come out good, we're like, it just keeps building your confidence, and you keep getting better at it and better at it. And so like anytime you feel like, I just suck at that, I don't want to do it, you just got to keep doing it and get better and better. Like riding a bike, the first time you're going to crash and burn and skin your knee and cry. But, now after years of riding a bike, you can let go of the handlebars and just glide and fast, and it's all good. So, and I think, a lot, like once you get in the habit of doing something really often and get good at it, it is like riding a bike. You just are always going to be good at it. You could just not do it for a while and then hop back on and be like, oh, well, okay, I'm back in the groove of things. But yeah, so that's my animal makeup of ISFP. And so if you guys have any more questions about OPS, I've been in it for half a year-ish or so I still have a ton to learn. But any other aspects of it that you have questions about, shoot me a message, or anything that you want me to talk about next. I'm sometimes run out of things I'm like, ooh, what's interesting to talk about? So TE, tribe, people, what do you guys want from me? I can try to do it. All right, have a wonderful day. See you later.